In 10 days, Bari will die. This is very sad news for me as she is by far my highest raised unit. She is practically fully awakened. She is currently level 70, one level away from total max. And while of course the title is a bit of an exaggeration, there will come a new unit that is going to devastate her. So when I say Bari will die, I basically just mean when they get matched up to this unit in Arena. Yeah, she's probably gonna die in that case. Naturally, against most other units, she's still going to be on top. For like 90% of PvE content, she's gonna be on top still. And even the other PvP, so Coliseum. But yeah, in Arena, it's gonna be pretty hard for her. So we have some KR patch notes. We're gonna try and find those and go over them as well. So as usual, take a lot with a grain of salt. This is translated from Korean using Google Translate, so it might be a little weird. There could definitely be some things lost in translation, but let's just get into it. So when the next patch comes in approximately 10 days, we will be getting Nightmare 6, and you'll need to clear Normal World 6 and Nightmare World 5 to open it. I believe these are the changes they made to the actual patch note that we haven't read yet. I guess we're gonna go down to the actual patch note. Let's go ahead and start with this new hero. Let's talk about him. A new hero, Mecha Warrior, Ogma, has been added. And a voice is also added. So this is the hero that is gonna obliterate Bari. So in my guild's Discord, rule 34 by the way, come join. Someone shared a clip in the Korean server. I'm not sure exactly who to credit for this because I can't pronounce that name. But yeah, this is Bari versus the new tank. Let's just take a look. She's going to hit him once. Stop there. So he is reflecting almost 26,000 damage off of an 8,400 hit. I was very skeptical about this at first. And you can see Bari is at 10% HP while he is still rocking 75% HP. And she's gonna do it again. Notice this time she is quick charging her spell bullet. There we go. So we can see he also reflected the quick charge spell bullet. What makes him so good for Nari in particular, this OP damage reflection only activates once per second, which means yes, even Bari's quick charge takes at least 1 second. So he's going to be reflecting every single one of Bari's attacks. When it comes to her skill attack, he's only going to be reflecting the first of those 3 spell bullets. But what can Bari's do against this guy now? They can run around in circles and wait for their skill to charge, but then Ogma, I guess he's called, users can already start running away when they see Bari doing her skill. And usually when you start running away when Bari's doing her skill, you only really get hit by the first or second one anyway. So it's probably gonna be pretty interesting. The Ogma you saw in that clip had almost 900 defense. I believe the Bari was also max level, so it's not like there was some massive unfair advantage there. But yeah, he had a ton of defense, and that is what his reflection scales off of. Also, there is a maximum amount of reflected damage, but as you saw in that clip, 26k reflected. It's his weapon level times 1000. And if that Bari were to crit like she did on her first attack where it was doing 26k, that cap increases twofold. So since her non-critical attack did around 12k, I assume he was already hitting that cap, which is actually a lot already, 12k reflected damage. Back in the Discord server, here's what I initially thought of the clip. Wonder if it works like that in actual gameplay. This is what I still wonder, because I know Arena balances things weirdly and it's different from just fighting someone in the guild hall. About time we have a real Bari counter, though I'd be pretty salty about it, lol, because again, she is my strongest unit. Would it be a counter to all DPS then, actually? This was before I was told he can only reflect damage once per second. Or is there some special reason Bari gets so obliterated? That would be the reason. The clip makes no sense at all. 26k damage reflected off an 8k hit? Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible. Like, how can you reflect more damage than you get? And yeah, I guess due to damage reduction. But you can see in this tiny little window here, even on a non-critical, Bari is taking almost 13,000 damage off an 8k hit, you know? So the reflected damage is scaled with defense. But yeah, against someone like Nari, he's only going to reflect that first bullet, which is typically not very strong anyway, though her actual whole attack chain probably might last a little more than a second. So if he can also reflect the double ball attack at the end, might be pretty good for Nari as well, but we'll see. He is also dark type, so we'll have the elemental advantage against Nari. But yeah, that damage reflection is insane. I do have to say I'm overall happy that they are introducing someone like this. Even as someone who has invested most of my resources into Bari, it's hard to argue that she's not OP, even to an unhealthy standard. So honestly, I hope this unit obliterates her for the better balance of the game. So unfortunately, I do not think we have translated images in the Discord, so I'm going to pop up my phone, see if we can get some information about this. Sadly, it is a bit hard to read and probably not very greatly translated, but let's go over the left-hand stuff first. So he uses a one-handed sword. His general attack is called Mecha Control, Heat Blade Mambo. Hit the target with the Heat Blade damage. Taunt enemies around the tactical world and gain defense for 3 seconds. 50% increase. Oh, okay, so that should scale with his reflection as well. So it looks like just with his basic attack, he's going to taunt and increase his defense. And then we have his chain skill, which activates from downed and provides injury, launches multiple rockets at the target, 240% of attack per second, deals long-range damage, and increases attack by 10% for 15 seconds. Reduce it just says here. And then his 5-star skill, when increasing the defense of a party member with lower defense than the self, so himself, is defense is only 15% of the difference between self and party members, and is applied before the party effect. So what I'm gonna have to guess this is there won't be more than a 15% difference from his defense and every party member's, so effectively bringing up most of the party members' defense quite substantially. And I haven't actually really seen any party effects that increase party's defense, but if there is, it'll be applied before that. Okay, it looks like his damage reduction is actually on the weapon. So here we have apparently Eka Jack's epic one-handed sword, 592 attack per second, or DPS. So it comes with 3% crit chance, and of course, return part of the damage received in proportion to their defense. That should be his defense, where it's proportional, and it only fires once per second. And he will get 10% more defense once you put 5 more Eka Jacks in there. And weapon skill speed plus 10% as well. So there's him, his 5-star skill, his weapon skill, and all that. So yeah, you most likely will need him with his weapon if you want to be deleting those Baris. We also have Murasame, an exclusive weapon for Akayuki, has been added. We'll go ahead and try and translate that as well. One-handed sword, of course, fire attack, 15% critical hit chance. Damn, that's a lot for a weapon. And the special weapon skill increases the damage of the last blow of Oriental swordsmanship by 50%. Numerous sword strikes have been added to deal area damage. And then that's attack plus 10% down there once it's awakened 5 times. So Oriental swordsmanship, I believe, is just her basic attack, where she dashes through the enemies and then they kind of explode behind her. I guess that is what they're talking about. But also apparently some of her strikes will have AoE too now. I don't believe it shows the actual weapon ability though here, like what it's doing. We also have a few new pieces of equipment here. Again, I'll try and translate that. So starting with the green one there, we have 40 to 45 armor, defense 40 to 45. That's so tiny text. Damage reduction 16, skill damage 12, weapon skill charge speed 8, defense 8, health 8, and attack plus 5% it looks like once you get 5 of them together. So yeah, it's kind of like somewhere in the middle of the Minotaur's necklace and the, I think Panda Brooch or whatever it was called. So it's pretty balanced, you know, you have some skill damage, some weapon skill recharge speed, but also defense and health. This next one is damage reduction and defense with health 5% once you have it awakened. And then the last one is a weapon actually, a dark attack weapon, crit chance 2, health 8, and attack 10 once you awaken it 5 times. So of course, green one sounds decent, the rest are just okay, I guess. And yes, here we have Nightmare World 6. Oh, that's weird. Apparently we got this at the same time KR, because this update just happened yesterday, and we actually have had this for like 3 or 4 days already, where you can get the magic medals from 5 stars. Figured they would have had that 2 weeks ago like it usually is. Oh, what? What? Summoning improvement? Are you serious? They're bumping that up by almost an entire %? Wow, that is actually crazy. All right, thank you very much. That's nice. When summoning a pickup hero, oh wow, and they're increasing that by half as much. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. When the probability of any hero is 2.75, then the banner rate up is usually half of that, so yeah. Well, hero summons are definitely back on top for me. I mean, it was kind of like even now with the magic medals, but yeah, they're back up to top. Because even if you get like a duplicate, you know, it's 50 hero crystals. And apparently you'll at least get a 4-star when doing a 10 pull with weapons, which is whatever. Like if you get a 4-star bronze, it's still kind of sucky and like nothing else. Content improvement and addition, partial change of attendance compensation. What are they changing? Oh, the dark magic ring and blood sword. Now it'll be random equipment. 4 and 5-star. Arena new map down here. Matches with artificial intelligence opponents at a certain probability depending on the degree of consecutive defeat in Platinum 3 or lower. A new arena map has been added. Okay, so you can start fighting bots in arena. If you're losing a lot, maybe they won't just run around in circles and wait for their skill to be off cooldown. I'm still stuck on floor 40 of Heavenhold, but we're going to 52, boys. Oh my god, and Mirror Rift is going to 76? I was so proud of myself for recently beating 70. I mean, pretty much 100% of my stamina is still going to Evo dungeons, but yeah, cool. Of course, the new weapons and some costumes are going down to Knowledge Collection. Aren't those kind of old costumes down there? Well, of course, the new Dark Tank is a new one, but yeah. There are some bug improvements here. None of them seemed massive though. Read them if you want. Of course, we'll have Ogma's special whale pack for 400 stones if you get him. Of course, we'll have his banner in approximately 10 days on the non-KR servers, and a roadmap event. Similar to the event we currently have, you know, with the Rift and stuff. Then we have this Guild Raid, no entry except for related parties. That might be a translation thing, but Guild Raid is in progress, not allowed other parties. Saturday, 26th of September to start planning for more information. I guess we'll just have to see what that means. We have new costumes here. I saw these already. Bari, OMG. I know she's going to be dead and everything, but I got to get that angel costume. Okay, she's not really going to be dead, but 1v1, she's going to lose. She has to lose, right? Unless you're going to equip her with some kind of beam attack basket and just do her skill, then maybe. But then what if the opponent doesn't even have an Ogma? Then you just kind of nerfed yourself. But yeah, I've personally never bought a costume, but I think I'm going to have to get that one for Bari. I just have a thing for angels, which sounds weird, but it's really just about the aesthetics. And the halo is a nice touch. I probably should be buying more costumes because of the collection stuff where you get more HP, but they're so expensive. Oh, okay, and then it looks like we'll have a rerun of like all the previous costumes as well. I mean, it kind of looks like that for Chuseok celebrations. And I think that's actually it for the patch. So again, in my opinion, the main thing is this new Dark Tank coming with his seemingly incredible damage reflecting abilities. Of course, I have Akayuki raised, and would be nice to get her weapon. Sounds good enough, especially with that 15% crit chance on it. Maybe we'll be able to get it from the Guardian Pass or from the event. We'll see. Make sure to tell me what you think though in the comments down below. Leaving a like on this video if you did happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.